Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to today's vlog. So me and Kaidale are just enjoying a really nice leisurely day off together. He is currently over there sitting at the table eating his popsicles per usual because he is the popsicle king. And he's just watching some sing-along songs and living his best life. So for those of you guys who don't know, my name is Kaitlin and I am a single mom to an 8-year-old boy named Kaidale who is on the autism spectrum. So the reason for today's video is I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about something that is not the easiest of topics to approach. It certainly is not the easiest of topics to have to relive or to experience, but it is a part of our life and it is what it is. And so that is Kaidale's tendency to have aggressive behaviors or rigid behaviors or almost like some OCD tendencies, which result in an aggressive reaction on his behalf. Now, Kaidale is a really sweet, loving kid. He's very affectionate. He's happy. Nowadays, he's happy about 90% of the time, more often than not. However, that has not always been the case. Kaidale did have a lot of really difficult, ups and downs, highs and lows, and he just struggled. Like, he struggled for years with his impulsivity, rigidity, his tendency to want to just kind of explode and have a meltdown. So what you're seeing in the video is basically he got stuck in a rigid pattern when we were in the car. That day we were coming home from dinner and he wanted to keep going on a car ride. That was what he kept asking over and over. So, we entertained his request. We, rode around the blocks a few times and listened to some music and kind of did what he wanted to do. But, realistically, we can't just drive around in a car for hours until Kaidale's satisfied. And he got very rigid about wanting that car ride. For whatever reason, there was not a particular destination. He just repeated about 100 times car ride over and over and over. So, it was apparent that he wasn't really going to get satisfied. He wasn't going to fill that need, that, compulsion that he had to want to keep going on a car ride. So we just said, let's go back to the apartment. Let's, work through this and we'll get through it. And then, he'll get in a better mood later. Let's go. Huh?
I got it. I gotta get stuff.
John. Let's go.
Huh?
Big believers in ABA because we've just had so much progress with ABA, but it just seems like no matter how much ABA he got, he still had that internal drive to want to lash out and, just almost kind of just like be a wrecking ball almost, if there was nobody around to aggress on, he would aggress on himself. So we took him to the psychiatrist about a year ago and she started him on Prozac, and he has had so much of just an edge off of all of those behaviors ever since the Prozac. I mean, we tried Abilify at first, and it was like everything got worse. So that was not the med for him. So then we stopped that. We tried Prozac, and it worked really well for him. Everybody's different. So, you know, you have to depend on the specialist to make med recommendations. But for us, Prozac worked. So pretty much what it boils down to is Kaidale, part of his autism is that he gets really rigid about certain routines, certain patterns. He gets a thought stuck in his head and he has to do it. And in his head it has to be a certain way. And sometimes because of the language barrier, you know, Kaidale's very minimally verbal and his words are hard to understand. So because of that language barrier, I don't always know, you know, what he wants. I don't always know what it is, what the point is that he's trying to get across or what he wants. So he gets frustrated. He lashes out. He acts out. He gets frustrated, and understandably so. You know, I would be too. However, unfortunately, I am typically the, you know, person for him to take his anger out on, because he's comfortable around me. I'm his mom. I'm his safe place, his safe zone. He knows that he can take out his frustrations on me, and I'm still going to be there for him at the end of the day. And, you know, I'm not going to reciprocate those frustrations. He knows basically I can kind of be his punching bag. Not to make myself sound like a victim, not to make it sound like it's no big deal, because it is a big deal, but I'm just saying that typically Kaidale will lash out on the people he feels most comfortable and safe around. So with that being said, a lot of his behaviors are much, much, much better than they used to be, thanks to the Prozac. But he still will kind of lash out from time to time. He'll still get, you know, really frustrated, and it's nothing like it used to be. But for me, as, you know, a mom, I have kind of been realizing recently that I think I have some PTSD from those younger years, because, you know, and Kaidale, he has a lot of stemming behaviors, so like a lot of jerky, quirky body movements, and sometimes when he's frustrated, he'll kind of jerk, and it just like scares me. Like I just jump back, or I kind of, you know, like I'm expecting a blow. And, you know, that's just part of our past and our history, and just, you know, those patterns of behavior that he used to really be in like every day. And so he's better now, but, you know, he still gets me, and it's like just enough to keep those memories alive, and it's just enough to kind of make me a little bit on edge, and I don't realize it, but it gives me anxiety. Like it gives me so much anxiety, and just, you know, I don't know, you just kind of naturally go to defense mode. But the good thing about ABA is that, you know, they teach you proper ways to de-escalate, and they teach you proper ways to, you know, body mechanics and body movements. You know, if he's angry and he's coming at you, to kind of stand up in a dominating way. You know, don't just sit there as he's coming towards you and let him hit you. You know, kind of stand up, exert your dominance, keep a safe distance, redirect him, spin his shoulders around. If he's coming at you, he's tall, so he can reach your face easily. So if he's coming at you with your hands, you just kind of spin his shoulders and then redirect him to the bed or the couch, or, you know, a safe zone where he can, you know, beat the couch instead of me or another person. But, you know, Kaidale is a very, very sweet, very loving kid. I mean, he's so affectionate, and he's so happy like 90% of the time. It's just that 10% of his autism that sometimes his reactions are unpredictable, and sometimes you don't know if he's gonna get like super, super, super angry, or he's just gonna get a little pissy and kind of be okay. So that's just a part of autism, you guys. And, you know, I had I known that he was going to respond so beautifully to meds, I would have started earlier on in his life, I think. But I was just scared and naive, and I wanted meds to be like a last resort, which was just kind of ignorance on my behalf because I didn't know very much about psych meds. So anyways, we are going to go eat dinner. We are going to have a great rest of our day and hang out a little bit. And I hope that this was, I don't know, a little bit of some sort of enlightenment or education on autism and the ways of autism parenting, and just, you know, keep your heads up, you guys, if you're struggling with your child's behaviors, if y'all are in a dark place right now or in a low, it can and it will get better. And, you know, I don't know. It's hard to explain if you're not an autism parent, but if you are, you get it, you know what I'm talking about, and just keep pushing through. It'll get better. I promise. So, y'all have a great day. We're going to hang out, and we'll see you next vlog. Bye. Hey, babe. You want to put our swing up? Let's put our swing up. Come on. Let's put our swing up. Perfect, buddy. It fits. We did it. Woo! Perfect. You want to push? You got what is on your shirt? Oh my goodness. You want a big push? Cutie. Cutie. You're so cute. Hold on. You're going high. You silly Willy. Wee. Wee. Hey, kiddo. Hey, can you say bye to the vlog?
The vlog?
Say bye, vlog. Hey, kiddo. Say bye, vlog.
Bye, little vlog.
Good job.